Hiya, welcome to Scundered. It's me, Teresa Livingstone. And I'm actually very happy today because I've brought back two of my favourite guests to laugh and not get through our stories. Please welcome Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, Sarah Furby and Rachel McPeek. Yeah,
I wasn't aware.
Just the reason I've called them that, they were sitting fingers entwined before we started. So I think that's actually quite a nice way for you to spend the next hour. How are you both?
Good.
How was your summer?
It's like we were going back to school.
I'm sure. Well, I asked you to draw pictures when you first came in, so we'll get to the stories.
Yeah.
So you were here. You were like one of the very first episodes we did, and it was like as hot as the centre of the sun.
I was saying, I remember like feeling faint. It was so hot.
It was very
in that room.
hot.
Like I remember the sweat coming down my spine as we were recording, like in the groove, literally coming down. It was horrendous.
I don't think any of us had any memory of what we'd said.
I know.
In that hour. It
the
was
heat
like a full-on fever dream. Yeah.
Yes. So this is going to be a very serious, demure, sober podcast.
I was delirious. Like I was crying, laughing at my own story, which is amazing. like
you don't do that all the time.
Can I be honest? I loved that. I actually was listening to. I listened to my own podcast, and I was on a plane just listening to that episode.
Just me, struggling to breathe,
sitting beside a stranger, and I was killing myself, killing myself laughing just at you laughing. So
do you have to really hide the screen when you're listening to your own podcast in public? Like someone looks over, and it's like because the logo is also like just your face, like.
Yeah,
like there's no
and like just looking at it laughing like she is a hoot.
This gal. She's got some stories. Do you want to hear them?
Passing it round. Have you heard this girl? She's amazing. No, it was the audio before it had gone up. I was giving it the seal of approval. Imagine. I was sitting watching my own podcast, just like commenting on it. I love her.
Great work, folks.
Where can I see her live?
Yeah.
No, it was very funny. So
I've been really enjoying the past few episodes of the podcast.
Thank you.
The one with Gemma Hutton was very interesting.
Yes.
And then David Doherty Jeb was very funny as well. So I've been doing my homework.
Oh, good.
I'm locked in.
Well, I'm not going to be testing you on what's happened since you were last here.
We had to just evaluate, reassess, see how we move forward.
Yes, evaluate what happened. The David Doherty Jeb was the MC for my first ever gig.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so I was looking at it good times.
Where was that?
The Pav.
Of course.
And I was told to do 3 to 5 minutes and I did 8.
Yeah.
Which was
That's
horrendous.
about standard.
And I could just see him like walking closer and closer to the stage, trying to like get me off. And I
With
was
a net?
Yeah. Big butterfly net just trying to get me off the stage. So I was like, it was a good time. So anytime I see him, I'm like, oh God.
You remember the first. You always remember your first.
He was the first MC that like was mean to me when I was in an audience. This was before I was doing comedy, or maybe it was a little bit after. But me and my friend were on the front row. And he was doing some bit, and then I don't know why I'm like, let's roast this guy.
Yeah.
He was doing a bit, and then he like pointed at me and went, "And how's your relationship with your dad?"
Oh,
which like, as an MC, yes and no questions, one word answer questions. So he pointed at me and went, "What's your relationship like with your dad?" And I went, and he was like, "Come on!"
Oh yeah.
Got really mad, like,
to be fair, he did
it's a simple question.
He did that to me as well. Like he heckled me.
For whom is that a simple question? I don't think it's a person alive.
Yeah.
That's a simple
How
question.
is your relationship?
So he berated us and then moved on, and I was like,
I wouldn't. That feels like therapy sessions I've had though before, where they're like, "Come on, why can't you say it? Why can't you say it?"
Where was your first gig?
My first gig was in White's Tavern. It wasn't. It wasn't an open mic type thing. Actually, Luke was on that lineup as well.
Oh.
It was who's Luke?
My
Luke
fiancé.
is.
Yeah, sorry, no context.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
Some guy called Luke.
It's like you don't have to worry about it.
It was like a competition that Marcus Keeley was running, and it was maybe 4 or 5 comedians. We all had to do 5 to 10 minutes, and then there was an audience vote, which is always a great end to the evening.
Indication. Yep.
And the audience shortlisted us like 5 or 6 down to 2, and then the winner got a crate of cider, and I won.
Oh.
I beat Luke McKibbin.
That was your big break?
That was my big break.
There you go.
You took that cider all the way to the top.
That's still how I get paid now. I'm like, don't give me cash, just give me some tins. Thank you. So speaking of Luke, how was your summer, Sarah? Anything happen?
I got engaged.
Ah.
And I keep forgetting. And people who I haven't seen for a while will say, "Congratulations, by the way." And I go,
"Why? What happened?"
And what?
Oh yeah, thank you.
Does that mean you didn't know you were getting engaged?
We've been together 8 years.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a huge shock.
I don't see what. I think it would still, because had you not maybe thought if we're together for 8 years now, we're not gonna get engaged?
No, we just always said we would when
the time is right.
when the money's right.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't pay me.
More important.
You were just
So yes, if the
negotiating
money's
your
right.
fee.
When he has a good enough offer, I will consider it.
Yeah. Come back with a better offer. Look.
As we've always said, we are not going to have a wedding and get married if it would leave us skint
Yes,
afterwards.
yes.
And I think, well, it's not that I'm now doing better. It's like I'm
Things are
always going to be
different
skint, so let's just get married.
Yeah.
do it real
Yeah,
cheap.
that's fair.
But yeah,
that's lovely.
I will say though, I don't know if you found this. I have found, and I'm not like a super romantic person. I think I am with other people, but myself or whatever. But I have found the whole process of being engaged so embarrassing.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
So scundered. The first time someone at work, I said, blah, 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 my partner, and they went, fiancé.
Fancy.
The first time someone corrected me when I said boyfriend, and they went, oh, fiancé.
It's too French.
It feels.
Fiancé.
Do you feel a bit like you're in a group you didn't want to be a part of? Yeah. Like you're a bride to be.
That's the thing is all of my TikTok algorithm immediately, because I'm looking up some things. My TikTok algorithm immediately was like 2026 brides, and I'm in the 2026 brides club. Which like I'm not like yucking anyone's yum. Like I love people getting excited about their wedding and things, but like I don't define myself as a 2026 bride.
Yeah.
I
don't identify as that.
The whole thing of people asking you about afterwards and going, and how did you prepare?
I've already done it,
and I'm like,
I know.
It feels like someone asking you to describe like a sex act. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like,
Very
Sarah, how
intimate,
did he do
yeah.
it? You know, like, well, there's kind of a reason we're on our own for it. It's like, I didn't particularly want other people to be part of it.
Well, first of all, everyone's so used now to having a story, like a really ridiculously overblown, and we climbed to the top of the Eiffel Tower type thing. But now really it's people setting up cameras in the background to record it.
Yeah.
Did he propose in a boat?
Yes.
No?
Yeah. We're not going to ask her her story because she's going to be
can't
sick.
do it. She's like, no, I will
It
consent to
was
that
the people
actually.
that ask the details, because I'd say like, oh, and then he put some music on, and then he did this, and they go, what song? And I'm like,
leave me alone.
Do they have their eyes
Can
closed?
I show you my cum face instead? I'd be less embarrassed. Horrible.
I do know what you mean. It is quite. It's not meant to be a big public sort of.
Well, I always said the only two things that would make me say no is if you like filmed it, did it in public, or if you asked my dad for permission. So all those required. But yeah, the filming, there's
the filming
there's
of
a
it.
reason it's private, you know.
Yeah.
And especially we've been together 8 years. We're not love's young dream. Like nobody needs to see.
I can't wait to hear what your vows are. Starting off with, we're not love's young dream.
We're not love's young dream.
Yeah, you finally came to me with an offer I could accept.
Yeah.
The money was right.
I'm
I'm asking you to make my end of life care
It's
decision.
a business transaction.
my next of kin.
It's a business transaction.
Yes.
Yeah.
It kind of is actually. It's a very nice business transaction.
thought of
But
getting up
ultimately,
and,
that is what it is.
Yeah, the thought of getting up and saying vows in front of my whole family and being like, oh, like I love him. Ooh. Like it's
So embarrassing.
I'm a crier as well, and I don't cry for like specific feelings. I just cry if there's pressure. So if there's any kind of tension in a moment, it's like my mind's only way of like dealing with it is to cry. So I cry in arguments. I cry in like all these situations. Like,
Yes.
I am gonna be sobbing the entire way.
Good thing you do stand up.
Well, do you know what I find? And I think Fraser will probably say this as well. Being performers, it is a weird sensation to be in front of a crowd trying to be really authentic, trying to be sincere.
Sincerity is very
And we were like, I have video footage of us like mugging to the audience and being like this guy undercutting each other. What are we doing? God, this is the least funny you've ever been. But we didn't do any sort of specially written vows. We just went with the real sort of like legal text.
The legal text.
So there were no tears.
Yeah.
I was like, Teresa Livingstone. But yeah, I found it very strange too. I think actually if it had just been us and there'd be nobody else around, I might have found it quite overwhelming or emotional. I'm not saying I didn't like my wedding. I'm just saying I think we kind of went into performance mode a wee bit because you have like all these people looking at you and it's mainly family as well. It's not, it feels weird to be like, I love this guy.
Well, I also know that I'm not gonna be able to look up because if I glance up, I'm gonna see my sister going.
Yeah.
Going.
All right.
You know, just that when you know, like that in trouble in the car, and it's
Yeah.
silent, and then your sibling goes. Pulls a face at you, and then you get in trouble. You know, I know it's going to be that.
Just to make you laugh. We, I don't really remember looking at the. I keep saying the audience. They weren't the audience.
it's all just a bit. Like,
Doing some crying.
Yeah.
What's your relationship like with your father?
Did you fly her?
Yeah.
Fly her in the street, get back on for the seats, guys.
Had her in a bucket afterwards to be like,
Please
you
contribute. That I could get behind that.
Yeah.
No, it was only afterwards when we saw our video. The videographer had done a great job, but there was something about Fraser and I were both holding hands, and it created like a V shape, and it just framed people in the background. So when you're watching us do our voice, it looks like we're just framing like people.
Someone's like this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, it's all by them.
So there were two shots. One of them was a relative of Fraser's who had resting bored face, like you know that sort of.
Yeah.
And very soft. He looked angry.
Yeah.
And he is the only person who's really in focus throughout our vows. So he's
Great.
just there sort of like
Really?
like he's about to object to the entire wedding. And then the other shot is my little nephew, who was only about 18 months too at that point. He's just playing with a toy and hitting my sister with it. So nothing looks sincere. There's just like people in the background going about their day.
It's
essentially.
the people that you
Things.
forced to be in that room going,
Just like, when's dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Congratulations. I'm
thank
sure it'll be
you.
lovely.
Thank you.
But,
2026 bride.
2026. I'm going to re-record the intro and
Yeah,
and
say that again. I'm not gonna lie, I do meet people on Instagram if they get engaged.
Yes.
And I'm like, I
It's a
can't.
lot.
I'm like, their whole personality becomes the wedding, and I'm like, guys,
I know.
like, take a big step back. Then
I-
when you get there, take another big step back. This is not as important as you think it is.
know.
And I'm like, apparently, I've seen people go into like depression and stuff after the wedding because there's nothing to look forward to in life
Well, this is-
anymore.
well, it's also
And I
people
was
who-
like, you're married. Like is that not
That's the good bit.
Yeah,
Well, it's also
exactly.
people who post like, can't believe it's been 3 weeks since our wedding. Here's another carousel. Can't believe it's
Oh,
been
the
6
ca-
months
the
since the wedding.
carousel.
Here's
The
the carousel
carousel.
photos. 1 year married to this guy.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
we get it. You
Yeah.
looked really nice.
You've run out of things to say to each other
Yeah.
clearly already.
Just get your hair and makeup done again, because that was clear.
Yeah, that was the fun part.
That's the bit
Yeah.
you're buzzed to show everyone.
Yes.
No, I do. I've muted a few people. I'm like, oh, I can't listen to you. Like,
Yeah.
it's on stories.
I
and
don't
stuff,
think I
like,
put a lot of it. So it's probably nearly 10 years since we got married. So really Instagram and TikTok and things like that weren't so it wasn't so much about, it was really just Facebook, and I wasn't charting my journey as a bride, as a 2016 bride.
Oh, God.
But and I'm kind of glad, because I do think you can get swept into it.
Carried away.
You do. You're immediately off to like a wedding fair where everybody's like, well, you must have a caricature drawer.
Yeah.
You must have
Yeah,
this
you must have
popcorn
everything.
machine and this, and you're like, oh my God.
The 360.
Oh god.
I'm
Tagged
vulnerable.
out.
Boots. Yeah.
I'm vulnerable to this as well, because I don't
Yeah.
have anything else going on. You know, people go like, oh, do you not have
Yeah.
anything else going on in your life? Is it just about your wedding? Like, no, I don't.
Like, confirmed,
It's
yes.
fun.
Yeah.
You do feel a little bit like, oh my God. I did feel a little bit like, oh, I'm in the gang now. And I didn't really want to be. Do you know that feeling of like,
Yeah.
I'm never, because I would be before that, Fraser actually never asked what my views on
I'm
marriage
not actually
were.
officially married. It's
I thought you
just,
just you never asked.
Oh,
me to
yeah.
get married.
Oh, that's another story. We got married by a church online type thing. But
This sounds legit, to be fair. Yeah, it actually sounds, yeah. Like,
spent all that money.
Yeah.
It was just a big, it was a show.
You just
Yeah.
wanted to join the 2016
I just
bride
wanted
club.
to be the 2016 bride.
What I found, I don't know if you found this, Teresa, is that I got married quite young. So then,
Yeah.
see now, a lot of my friends are getting engaged and stuff now. And what I'm finding is that everyone is now like has a different view on like what our wedding was. So now when everyone's getting engaged, it's like, oh, but we're not going to do like, you've done like a big wedding. We're not going to do a big wedding. I'm going,
you're like, fuck
in
off.
what way was mine's mine's just like extravagant? We done like the bare bones. And it's like,
Where did you get married?
we got married in Le Mans, which
Yeah,
at the
nice.
time was like
Yeah.
it was
Nice
like
place.
it was standard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It
Where
wasn't
you get your
expensive.
wedding. Yeah.
And but everyone's going, oh no, I'm not going to do like that thing. I'm not going,
I'm
and then,
married like you.
I'm not going to do what you did.
Yeah.
It's like, what a waste of money.
then it's like people going, oh, like we don't need like videographers and stuff like that. We're not like
it's
that
gone
type
full
of people.
circle.
That's one of the most important things. If I was to get married, which I don't want to, but I was like, a videographer is like the most important thing.
Yeah.
I don't want
More
one,
than
but the
the
only
photos,
reason
I
I
think.
want one, I might just get my sister to do it, is I want a compilation of clips of just me that I can watch and go, I look quite pretty.
Yeah. Look quite pretty.
I look quite pretty.
The lower two teeth.
But with your underbite coming forward, we're doing a Keira
I'm
Knightley
wearing a baby boy
impression.
hat and going, they're all of me.
Yeah, you love me.
All of me.
Yeah, that's
I
what
love
want.
that meme
Yeah.
of. I've seen somebody share that clip from Love Actually of people. It's like my dog looking through my photo
Yes.
albums. They're all of
They're all of
me.
me. Yeah. Oh,
I look
God.
quite pretty. I
look
think you
quite
do it
pretty.
better than me putting she has her teeth
Look
forward.
quite
It's
pretty.
just, I look quite pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got her.
The underbite, great.
Yeah.
Can you do
You've
it?
got
You
the-
do it
you've got
again.
the face,
Do it again.
Look quite pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there.
it's
That's
good.
better.
Yeah.
No,
It's like
please do that.
Your face is perfect. It's
But no
fucked up.
other. But I don't want any other wedding video. That's not on any of the wedding video I want. I just want shots of
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
On grainy VHS.
Yeah. I just find a friend who's secretly in love with me.
I was going to say that can be me.
Yeah, I'll do that. I just think just all this stuff is so mental that there's so many extras nowadays that didn't used to be a thing. Why are weddings 2 days, by the way? Why,
Oh, I know, I
That's
know, I
know. It has
crazy.
to be a day
That's
too.
mental.
It's very
Weddings
expensive.
used to be 1 day,
Yeah.
and now they're 2 days, and they have
Yeah.
like a barbecue, whatever, the next day. So you're asking people to be your like bridesmaids and stuff. You don't have to bring them gifts.
You gotta buy them pajamas.
and have a package. And I'm like, where's all this coming from?
You gotta buy him shitey pajamas.
It's
Like, gonna give him a
true.
rash.
Pajamas.
Yes,
Before you
The
went.
yes.
initials on them, like
Yeah.
there's so many extras, and I'm like,
It's
when did all of
crazy.
this start?
No, I think it started the year after I got married. 'Cause I
You
didn't do
not,
any of
not a
that
single
shit.
thing.
Didn't do any of that. But I do, yeah. I think if you like having content, it's probably the best
You're
best
right.
thing you
This-
can do
this is
because
just
you
for
can
content.
generate stuff out of that for years to come.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like you say, like 6 months since.
You can be a 2026 bride, a 2027 bride, a
Yeah.
2028
Tell you
bride,
what,
you know.
After this, I'm putting up photos of mine and being like,
Yeah.
9.5 years since
Together.
But this guy,
this guy, dinner.
Yeah.
I never really put my wedding photos out there. I felt
Yeah.
I was quite not embarrassed. That's the wrong word. But there,
It's also embarrassing in general. Feelings?
it is no,
Yeah.
not being.
Okay. You guys doing okay?
We're fine, okay.
Mum and Dad are breaking up.
Yeah, exactly.
No, me and Frizz are fine.
Don't put me through this again.
What I mean is, in the same way that you're saying, like the sincerity of it all, there are
Yeah.
so many photos of me by myself doing this,
Oh. Sorry.
looking
like,
over my own
oh,
shoulder.
See the photos, the photos of the dress, the dress hanging up in the hallway.
Yes.
Who wants that photo?
Yes, I
Who
have that
needs
photo.
it?
You've got
Where's,
the dress.
where's
I
it
need
meant
that
to go?
photo because the dress was ruined
Like
by
the
the end
bag
of
and
the
the
day.
shoes, like a photo of the bag and the shoes. Who wants to see that?
Yeah.
How many
That's so
times did you
weird.
fall over on your wedding day?
Now, I
You're like, well, there's a story there.
the videographer was only booked till after dinner and he left for the dancing, which is probably a good thing. So I didn't actually get an official video of our first dance, but my sister took one on her phone and I am tripping all over the place. We were trying to do a jaunt. We hadn't planned what we were going to dance
Oh, okay.
as how we were going to dance, but our
Because
first
you hadn't
dance
planned on getting married.
probably still
Just
aren't.
ruined
It just happened.
But I did. I stood on my own dress several times and fell towards Fraser. He didn't notice because he was doing this with his back to me. We we danced.
Can you show me that
Lots.
choreography later for mine and Luke's?
So you can have it.
Our first dance was to Bring Me Sunshine. You know the theme tune to Morecambe and Wise because we're 95 years old.
Fair.
So we thought we'd be sort of funny with it, and it's just me tripping over my own dress. I don't think we even touched hands.
No, I am closer to like going to space than I am getting engaged. So, but in theory, there's not many people that I would invite to my wedding. My wedding would be small. I don't like an awful lot of people, so I'm thinking about
that's
paying for certain people.
Noted. Yeah, noted.
so,
like forward to the advice.
there's not many people. Like I think I could narrow it down. See, I always think I'm like, oh yeah, I could do 50, and then I don't include any of his family. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
sorry,
not-
he's
doesn't
actually not
matter.
allowed any guests. It's just mine.
Do you know what?
Maybe less than
Smaller
50.
is better
Yeah.
because
Not always.
what I found was
Hey,
in weddings. No, in wedding guests. No. Only invite small people.
Yeah.
So you really stick out.
It's so early.
I'm going
It's
to
so
Tyra
early.
Banks' wedding. Only the tiniest women
Yes.
to come to my
I
wedding.
want to look
5'2"
like a
and
giant
below. Yeah.
amongst my peers. No, what I was going to say is when you look at the photo of everyone who was there, you need to be sure that those you can't future-proof it, right? So at that, it's like
Yeah.
a snapshot in time.
Yeah.
Because there are many people in that wedding photo who were like, who? Who was that?
You
You
did.
said that was one of
It's
your
like the
best
photo at
friends
the
from
end of The
childhood.
Shining.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, but it's
It's
like,
always like that.
they're
Oh,
dead now.
so and so has to be
Like,
invited. Like really, really,
Yeah.
one of my best ever friends. I'd never heard of his name before the wedding or
Yeah.
since.
Exactly.
And I'm like, why'd I
Yeah.
pay for that man's dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The list of people I want to. I'm so sorry, by the way, Rachel. This has turned into like a lot of wedding chat for someone. Like you're probably. Rachel's
like-
not in her body right now. She's on the ceiling.
I'm like, yeah,
she's giving us the balance.
Yeah.
She's very much against
me being
this.
like, this sounds like an absolute nightmare. So, like,
Sarah,
best of luck.
Sarah
Am I-
opened this discussion by saying, "I don't like talking about
Yeah, exactly.
the."
Talking about all we've spoken about
engagement
this
is
whole
like-
time.
fucking bride to
We're in
be.
the events biz, but my list of people is about 5 people.
Yeah.
And same. I don't have many friends, and the friends I do have, I don't want them there.
Yeah.
that's fair.
Luke's is I think 60 people.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we're
Yeah.
gonna
All right.
it'll
Older.
balance somewhere
Compromise.
between
Right.
there. I know.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do the sincere photos? The sort of
Like the.
yeah.
it's
Holding
like,
each other's faces.
oh,
No, we have
gross.
we have some brilliant one. The only photos I really have put up online are where we're like laughing at each other.
Yeah.
But I
Your
have
wedding pictures are beautiful, by the way.
yeah, they are lovely.
The lies, the misery.
It's all a bit. It's all a bit.
But there's some I've never shared, and they're probably they are gorgeous photos, but it's just me. They had me sort of like looking down and then looking up,
Oh,
and then
Diana.
looking down. Yeah,
No,
it
there
was
were 3 of
just
us in this
really
marriage.
yes, me,
It's
Fraser, and the
just-
dog.
Yeah.
Camilla
I always
over here.
I always think like I don't know if any of this have heard of this happening to anyone. Like, has a wedding photographer or videographer ever lost or the footage or
Yes,
lost the photos?
it's happened to my mum's
Does anyone
friend.
know? Because that keeps me up at night.
I think that's partly
Very
why
specific things keep me up at night, and it's the thought of a wedding photographer losing
They're-
everything.
they're
in the-
Have you had
That's,
that?
that's
they're
why
insured
it's so
for it?
expensive. The
Like-
same thing with like wedding bands and
Yeah.
stuff because there's so much jeopardy there. You know what I mean? It's like
you're asking
if
them to take a big risk.
Yeah.
if you double book yourself for a wedding, like you're never working in that industry
I
again.
was like, what if you dropped the camera or like something corrupted with
Oh,
the actual
yeah.
equipment? I'm like, you would just
You would
kill
just
myself.
keep pretending.
I
I'd
would
be
just kill myself. I'd be
pretending. I'd be
nope,
like,
can't do
you
it.
know, like hands
Yeah,
shaking
shaking.
throughout the rest of
And
the
it's
day.
like,
Someone got a phone
like,
charger.
like if someone's going, go again. I'll just do the
I
whole
just
thing
start
again.
sketching them.
Yeah.
Get you a nice
Caricature.
caricature
Yeah.
of the day.
Like,
Well, let's move on to another topic then. But I want to include Rachel, something that you can get behind, and that is
You can't help not being a 2026 bride, and we don't want to make you feel bad about it.
oh, and like the wedding venue videos, and like, here's the wedding venue we didn't pick. Who gives a flying fuck?
is that what people do?
Yeah, have you seen those
Here's,
ones?
here's the
No.
dresses I didn't choose.
Oh, I have
But it's
seen
not,
that.
it's not real.
Yeah,
Like,
and
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
come
yeah.
on, yeah.
Oh, I've plenty of those because all the sample size dresses are usually like 10 to 12
Oh, yeah.
size. So I went wedding dress shopping maybe twice, and I went thinking this is going to be, this is going to be like dress up. It's going to be so much fun. It's the most upsetting day of my life.
we can
Degrading.
hold it up against you.
Exactly
You can get an idea.
yes.
Yeah.
They were like, if you just put one leg in there, you'll get a
Yeah.
sense of the length of the. And I was like, not one of these damn things
Yeah.
fit me because they came out with all these crocodile clips, which they have to pin their
Yeah.
skinny
Yeah.
brides into.
We're so
And
like,
I actually have a photo of me, and it's a photo of the dress in the front and the back. It's just the 2 zips are on either side of my back. My
Yeah.
arse is hanging out like a nappy out the back. I'm just like, oh, it's
wow,
just as I
it's
dreamed
beautiful.
it.
Yes, it's beautiful. But the,
Clips, I just use them to hold your breasts up. Like,
but
all
like,
the fin there, just like
Yeah.
keeping my head up.
but like the 10 to 12 is like the XXL. Like that's what that will be considered.
Yeah, yeah,
as. There's
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
bigger than that.
No,
It's like,
no. They have to
you
you
must
must outsource
go
it
to the
So
fat shop.
it's-
This is
there
not
is
for
one.
us.
There is one fat
Like-
wedding dress shop. That's where I'm going.
In Belfast.
Yeah.
Yes,
that didn't
I
exist
know,
whenever.
yeah.
No.
That's quite new, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
No,
I think they-
because it was
yeah.
so depressing.
It's not called the Fat Bride Shop. I just like.
No,
I
it
just,
is.
I'm
It is.
sorry. I don't mean. I totally like said that out loud.
Sorry, I think it's actually called the Fat Bread Shop Inc.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, I think it's the official
Yeah.
title.
It can happen for you too.
There's someone for everyone.
Yeah, apparently. Don't know how.
Oh god.
Oh god.
See, I tried to change the subject. You,
I
you
know,
love
sorry.
weddings.
I
She loves
just-
that.
yeah,
Bloody
double
love
down.
it.
Yeah.
You'll be married
I
within
just
the
she loves
year.
to
Judge.
I couldn't think of
That's
anything.
what it is.
I couldn't think of anything worse, to be fair. But I'm happy for you.
Do you like going to weddings?
No, like
yeah.
it's so expensive,
It's expensive,
and it's
it
a
is.
long day.
We don't all get drunk
You
and
know?
cause a scene like you do, so it's not fall over and hurt ourselves in creative ways.
I enjoy an evening do invite, so you don't have to sit through the whole fucking thing. You just arrive, everyone's jolly, and I'm like, yes,
Actually,
can
when you
dip
get
out.
to the evening, and that's nice,
So-
you're all fresh, and
Yes,
there's people
yeah.
there, the hair's falling
Yeah.
out, their feet are sore.
they're just
yeah.
makeup sliding down the
Yeah,
face and
they've
stuff.
been there since like
The
7
last
a.m.
wedding I was at was Johnny Bowes evening do.
Oh,
So
lovely.
I don't go to them very often because I'd been married for like a while. I'm pretty sure.
The most
So,
embarrassing thing,
like
it's not the time I broke my wrist at a wedding. It was years ago. I was going to like a friend from uni, their wedding. And so it was over in Scotland. And it was like a winter wedding. So I was flying over first thing in the morning, going to the wedding, and I was staying in a flat somewhere and then going back the next day, right? You didn't need that detail. But anyway.
you're like it was a cold
bus
day.
company?
You know, once upon a time. Jeez, get to the point.
You're one of your old aunts telling the story.
Yeah. You're like, where was I? Where was I?
it
And we're like,
Tuesday? No, it's
No, I'm
Wednesday.
sorry. Excuse me. It was a Thursday morning, not a Wednesday. It's important you have that detail.
Oh.
No, the reason I said that is because I was flying over and I realised I'd forgotten my tights. This is such an old lady story. I can't believe I'm telling
yeah, you've started, so you'll
mayhem.
finish. Keep going, keep going.
I forgot my tights. Oh my God. I'm going to.
Oh God.
So I ran into.
Call the embassy. Like, we're like, Jesus. This is groundbreaking stuff, Teresa.
This is me in my 20s. I was like an elderly lady at this stage. Anyway, I ran into the shop at the airport, and the only thing they had were like pull up, there was like hold up tights.
Oh yeah, with the
It was like a
More
Victoria's
crocodile
Secret
clips.
type shop.
with the
The shop.
sticky
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
And I was kind of like, I just need a pair of tights. They're like, there's only these ones, which are called like Bang Me 25 or whatever.
Bang Me?
But I'm so sorry, I'm so tired.
I am exhausted. This is my fault, by the way, because I
We're
said
recording very early
I can only do
because
the
of
morning
Rachel.
time, and so just
Anyway.
busy lady.
So these hold up tights have like a sticky bit at the top. It's like a rubber band.
I've had
right?
them before, yeah. When you're trying to impress someone,
Yeah.
it's like sausage casing.
Sausage link,
Exactly. Right. So
Yeah.
on the box it looks very sexy.
Yeah.
And when you turn them on.
I think he was.
When you put them on, it just squeezes all the fat from your ankles all the way up to the top.
Yes.
So like
Yes.
my legs looked like a Mr. Whippy. There was
Yes,
just like the
ice cream.
cone at the
Yeah.
bottom.
Yeah.
And then all the fat coming out at the top. Just like this wobbly
like a
thigh.
99,
Yeah,
you
but I
know?
was like, well, at least my calves are warm.
Yeah.
So anyway, went to the wedding, and because it was in Scotland, there was a ceilidh as part of the evening do. And I was dancing around. My ex was at the wedding as well, and I was like, oh well, I'm just act normal, act cool. And I was dancing with somebody else who threw me across the floor, right? And I fell over, of course.
Fair.
But my skirt went up, and as I was lying down, I just heard somebody being like, "What's wrong with your legs?"
No circulation at the top.
Yes,
no, it's
just
yeah,
blue
just
flesh coming
Showing,
out.
showing the ex what he's missing.
Yeah.
An ice cream cone filled with cottage cheese.
That's exactly. And I think he was just like, "Yep, made the right decision."
Yeah,
I
that's
do
fair.
not want her back.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So anyway, we're not talking about weddings anymore. We're talking about fringes.
Oh.
So we were talking about haircuts as
Is
well.
this an
before.
intervention?
Yeah. Yeah.
Were you just about to say? Oh no, you were saying we were talking about someone who shall remain. We're talking about Heather. Heather has just got her fringe.
Just to clarify, it is about Heather
It is
Anderson.
about Heather Anderson.
Yeah.
And no, we were talking about her hair is lovely at the minute, but she had a hairdresser who refused.
That's not what you
Who's-
said
who-
before.
That is exactly what
Funny
I
how
said.
things have changed in the past 20 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah,
She had a hairdresser
refused.
who refused
Yeah.
to cut a fringe in, and you have just disclosed that you cut your own hair.
I
Did you
do
cut
cut
your
my
own
own
hair,
hair.
Sarah?
Yeah.
I don't think it needs to be disclosed.
I would never
My
think
hair's
that
not
at all.
dried properly
Yeah.
today because we keep talking about how early we're making this. It was 10 a.m. That's
Yeah,
not-
it's not. I know.
It's 4
We're just like, oh, I just
a.m.
can't
jet
deal with this.
lag.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that early,
It's
but I still managed to get
a.m.
up
Yeah.
without time to finish drying
Yeah.
my hair. So I don't take this as
We were talking hair.
representative.
We're being very stereotypical ladies and talking
Yeah,
about hair.
we're
as
talking
well.
hair. We're talking weddings. No,
Yes.
I don't think hairdressing is like
Periods
fully a
is next. We're not
scam.
touching periods. So we're just going to do everything today. Yeah.
No, I don't think hairdressing is like fully a scam, but I think a lot of people think it's harder to cut your own hair than it is. And but the thing
Yes.
is, you have a haircut and it's like they have one go at it and they can mess it up.
Yeah.
You know, like you were saying about Heather's.
Her fucked up hair.
You know, you said
Yeah, I
Heather's
remember
life's
that.
ruined
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
But you do it yourself. You just like a couple of days later, you've washed it. You go,
Yeah.
oh, that's not sitting right. You can
Yeah.
keep going and you can keep trimming.
But
at
you
it,
see,
know?
that's this is what's happened to me. I did cut my fringe when I was a teenager, right? And that idea of I'll just keep going, I'll just take another little bit off. That's where the danger lies because my hair's quite naturally wavy. I pulled my hair wet, straight like this,
Ooh.
and cut it.
And then
And
bounces up.
It went, it bounced up there, and it was up. So it was like it went sideways like
Nice.
that. So it looked
Nice.
like a triangle.
Yeah.
And I came downstairs, and my mum went, did you just cut your own fringe? And I went, no,
No.
no, absolutely not.
Always look like this.
So that's the danger.
I think I did, because everyone as a kid has to cut their fringe one
Yeah,
time
you
with
do,
like
don't
nail
you?
scissors. I did it in my grandma's bathroom, and I thought I was being really professional, and I did the whole like doing this.
Like the,
And
Yeah.
I just put my fingers in a random spot, so I went,
That'll do.
okay. And then
Yeah.
instead of doing it below, I did it above.
oh no! I did it
Little-
straight out. Yeah.
It is the
Yeah.
worst thing. It's a horrendous feeling.
Yeah.
If you've cut your own fringe, because there is no hiding it.
No.
Yeah.
And I went like that time that I did that, I had to go to a hairdresser and say, I'm so sorry, can somebody fix it? And what he had to do was take all my hair from the back and pull it forward
Yeah.
and cut another
Yeah.
fringe.
I feel like you didn't have to do that.
That was a choice.
That was a choice.
I was saying to Sarah, like,
couldn't have done this.
yeah, no, it had
Isn't it back?
to be the top.
Just handed you a Kirby grip, and you go,
Okay,
It sounds like he was trying to do like
Yeah.
a skin graft surgery, you know, like
He watched a video.
They had to take
He
hair
hates
from my.
women.
They had to take hair from my ass.
That's
That's why it's so wavy now.
exact same thing.
There's no choice. He had to take all the hair. I had no hair at the back. It was just all at the front. I'm sorry. I've no choice. That's what has to happen.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh,
No.
God.
I was
But
saying
so-
to say, Sarah, this is day 7 of this hair. This hair has been held up by strings right
What
now.
do you mean day
I
7?
haven't washed it 7 days.
Have you not? It looks fabulous.
It's like, do you ever get the hair goes like so greasy, then it just goes back?
It almost cleans
It
itself
almost
again.
does.
Yeah. It's
So
like,
it
if she's
does.
not
It's
doing it,
7
I'll
days.
do it.
I can't, like, because it's just, you can't wash it. It's
Why?
It's just no. Actually, I'm
Again,
not.
I feel
I'm
like
not
this is a choice.
Yeah, I'm not
being told.
Actually, I'm not answering any further questions. I just can't wash it. No, it's the red. The red is deadly. If you,
Oh,
if I have
it'll
to,
come out.
It's, you have to wash it in cold water, like cold water to stop it, and it still is a bloodbath anyway. So every time you wash it, it just gets less and less and less
Oh,
red.
right, okay.
So you have to.
So
be
you
like
want to get
very,
you want to get as long out of it as
long
possible.
absolutely, yeah, because it goes like a little like faded orangey color. If you just keep washing it, so I'm like, yeah.
That's lovely.
It's-
Follow us for more tips. This is very much
just
like
don't have any hygiene with your hair. Is my
don't wash.
yeah.
Lovely
Shave your
being in
head.
this enclosed space with you, by the way.
Yeah, we didn't want to
Yeah.
say anything.
we're gonna get shut down here by Big Shampoo.
I know. Yeah, it's like there's a lot.
I don't think I've had. I think I went through the. It's a rite of passage, I think, in terms of like getting embarrassing haircuts. I did the once. You know, when you get to about, I don't know if this was a thing for everyone, but when you get to like 11 or 12, and you insist you want like a grown-up haircut that's like a pixie
A
cut.
bob.
You want a bob or a pixie
Oh,
cut. I
yeah.
got the like.
Yeah.
It looked like
Middle-aged
Shane
woman.
Ritchie in his prime in like EastEnders. You know, like they're like
Yeah.
it's like a little acorn head. I got like the little pixie cut, and I was like, what, like
Chic.
16 stone?
It's
Just an
Oh,
egg
that's
with
lovely.
a bit of
Yeah.
a little toupee on. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to learn. You have to go through it to learn, don't you?
Yeah.
Correct. Yes, I was obsessed with how much I hated my hair growing up. It was just, it was
Yeah.
one of those, and I'm sure it was fine, really, when you look back. But
Yeah.
I was really like, there were no straighteners back then. It was just, it was
the
unruly.
1800s. Why were there no straighteners?
No straighteners when I was small.
When?
Straighteners came
In
out
the
when I think I
90s?
was like.
There were no
good
straighteners in the
straighteners
90s?
came out when I was
There
maybe
were-
like 13, 14 was when GHDs came out.
Yeah.
And that was a revelation.
Yeah, all right.
We were crimping, Rachel.
We were,
I thought
my,
GHDs were like much older.
no.
We were crimping our hair.
Oh my
in,
gosh.
just in
Using the
pure,
iron.
in pure
Using it
desperation.
pretty
did you ever
much.
straighten it with the
Yeah.
iron? Bad.
Yeah.
Bad
My
idea.
sister did that
the
once.
smell of like
You
just
used to put
singeing.
2 tongs on the fireplace. Yeah, and then
and then my
old is everyone
chambermaid,
here?
my
Maybe the
chambermaid would
chambermaid
come in.
committee. Let's do. Let's
Yeah.
sort out my hair before bed.
Crazy.
Curls
Crazy.
again, milady.
Did you have a
looked very
chamber
well for
pot
the
as
ball
well?
last
I'm so
week.
confused. How old is everyone in this room?
Very, 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 very.
Yeah.
No, the only straighteners that were around, there were some, but they were like an iron. They had like, they were just bold metal plate and yeah.
But it was pre-ceramic. Like they were a horrible like.
Ceramic.
No, but you know what I mean? It was like
invented.
it was like it would just stick to every hair on the way down, so you'd be
Yeah.
gripping this horrible thing through your hair, and it was like
Nasty.
that weird. You know that like that early that noughties hair that was like straightened but fluffy, like it was like
Oh,
horrible.
Yeah,
Like
I'm gonna drink.
no shade to my girl Kate Hudson, but Kate Hudson in
If you're watching,
How to Lose
How to Lose
How to Lose
Again.
Guy in 10 Days, she has the quintessential like straightened,
Fluffy, yes.
but it's not
Yeah.
smooth.
Yes.
And it's got
yes.
a ridge in the back of it actually. It's
Yep.
really quite, you know, the little bobble ridge where you couldn't quite get the back of it.
Yes.
She has
Yeah.
that in that film, and I feel like it's such a beautiful
How many
little
times have you seen that film?
An unhealthy amount.
Too many times. Is that
Feels
the one where she's in
like
the yellow
home.
Yeah.
dress? It's gorgeous.
Yeah, that
The yellow
dress
is
stays
nice.
Yellow
So-
dress, ridge in the back of a hat.
This is
Yeah.
the girliest podcast
This
episode.
this is not helping anyone. Anything we talked about so far.
Girly.
We're not appealing to any audience right now.
No,
apart from
You're
people
appealing
like
to
us.
me. You're appealing
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
What was I going to? You were just about to. You said something about burning your hair. And reminded me.
You're like,
oh yes.
something's coming to me.
No. Is there someone
I'm
called
getting a
Sean here?
message.
I with the old curly fringe.
Yeah.
It got worse because I was in science.
I thought you were using the old curly fringe.
The old curly fringe. Who's he?
the old
Yeah.
You know, curly
Yeah.
fringe. If you know what I mean.
Sorry.
That's a Dubliner song. If you didn't know.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
was in science once, and I don't know why I did. Do you know when you just do something and then you have to sort of sit and
Live
think
with it,
for
yeah.
an hour after? Why did I do that? We
Like
were doing
podcasting?
something. We were doing something in science where we had all these little petri dishes, and I was maybe about 13, 14 at the time, and I got paired up with somebody that I had a real crush on. So I just didn't know how to behave. And I was, so the science teacher was like, right, you'll have this, this, and this, gave us the instructions. And she went, off you go and give me your results whenever you're finished. And rather than speak to him, I just decided to bend down and sniff the petri dish. I don't know why. I just decided, I was like, wonder what that smells like. So I bent down and
Ebola.
singed my hair on a Bunsen burner. Sorry, singed my hair in a Bunsen burner and
Oh
then
my God.
sat up, and there was just like smoke
The little
coming out of my
You're like a
fringe.
cat.
Yeah.
I just burnt the middle of
Oh.
my fringe off and was just sat
Wow.
there like staring at him, and he went, I think you need to
And
go and get some help.
just
I
sniffing
agree.
the dishes going, they smell like burnt hair.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Miss, please.
It's not to me that we were allowed access to Bunsen burners in
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
Is that not really dangerous? Like looking back, I'm
I
like
think
the
it
gas.
was. I think
and
it
I'm
was
like,
so like the little gas taps on the
Yeah.
desk and thing. I
Yeah.
think it was so put in your face that there was nothing rebellious about
Yeah,
messing with it.
everyone
It was
had
kinda
one.
like,
It was one
go
each.
on then. Have
Yeah,
some
yeah,
fire.
yeah,
Do your worst.
yeah.
You know.
No, I
So-
can't imagine the stress level. I mean, I was stressed enough with instruments in a room.
Mm.
It's like, stop touching that, stop it, put it down.
Yep.
If there'd been gas and fire, forget it.
No.
Yeah.
No. Well, that's that sorted.
I'm glad we covered petri dishes,
glad we've sorted.
weddings, hair.
Smelling things.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's groundbreaking stuff, I have to say. Like,
Who doesn't love smelling things?
oh, Lord.
To attract a
yeah.
mate.
I sort of blamed the last time we were here, like the heat was kind of making us
Yeah.
delirious. It's actually just us because it's kind of cold
It's
in here.
just us.
It's quite
It's
cold.
like-
It's not as early as
Yeah.
we're pretending it is.
Yeah.
I think we're just.
Yeah, up at the crack of dawn
Sorry.
this morning, and it was
Been
like
up
8.
so-
Yeah, it's like Jesus on the on the road.
I'm
Gotta get up
recovering
and-
from this the rest of the
Yeah.
I know. Get up and not wash my hair.
Yeah,
Right,
me,
I'll tell you what
like
I'll
me.
do. I'm going to read you a story. Okay, that'll settle us all down. So I've been asking
settle down, class.
Settle down,
Um,
please.
come-
Stop
yeah.
touching the gas
Yeah.
taps. So I've been asking people to send me their embarrassing stories. Okay, and there have been quite some good ones, right? I'm not good at pretending at changing names, so I'm just not using names anymore
Okay.
because I just keep saying them.
X and Y. Basically. Okay. Okay.
So this is actually someone has sent me this one. It's about her dad. So I'm going to read you the start of it, and I want you to guess what happens next to make it an embarrassing story. You'll probably the last time I did this was with String Ninjas, and I read the story, and they just said the answer straight away, and I was like, right,
Thanks,
okay,
Mick.
great, thanks for going
Thanks,
straight
Mick.
for the
Great
obvious
feature,
answer.
great,
Okay, here we are. This is a story about my dad that happened to not my dad, the person's dad. So this
We
is
know
a
how stories work.
Traces back to
we
it
know
was
how
a cold winter's morning. Once
You know what?
I
I
had
think I have
forgotten
a
my
master's in English literature because I actually know what a first person narrator is.
narrative is. She's an unreliable narrator, by the way. I gotta just put that out there. This is one example of an unreliable narrator.
not my dad, obviously.
Yeah.
This is how I read
You're
all
going to tell me
stories.
this isn't your house?
Yeah.
Doing all stories. Once upon a time, there's a little girl. Not me, not you.
Not
This is a little girl.
Yeah.
Someone else.
I'm
Someone else.
picturing
Just
like, you know,
no
like
names.
like a play in the lyric where you're doing the narration and it's like there once was about not
Not me,
like
not
somebody
me,
it
not
wasn't
me.
me by the way.
Not any of you, obviously.
Yeah, just
someone.
right.
You don't know this person but
Yeah.
Get it together.
Just imagine.
Just imagine this isn't about me for a minute.
Yeah, I know it's hard, but it's
Ready
actually
to go
not
to my
about me.
mind palace.
Mind palace.
Mind palace.
Okay, this is a story about my dad that happened in the late 90s. My dad is a playwright and
La-di-da.
Okay.
it's very relatable.
Yeah.
My dad is a playwright and he had interviewed a lot of people for a project officer role to do admin. He had picked his person for the job and the BBC were interviewing for something similar at the time. They emailed him to ask, was there anyone of interest from his interviews that he might like to recommend? So what do you think happened next to make this an embarrassing story?
Oh.
I've given you very little to go on because the next part kind of gives it away.
So he was hiring for a project officer job.
Yeah.
And then because they've been doing that round of hiring, the BBC were like, oh, we're also hiring for that job. Is there anyone you'd recommend?
Yeah.
Sorry, I zoned out a little bit.
I know. It's not,
When I say that was like someone explaining a board game rules, and I zoned out and was like, then you were like, what happened? I was like,
I was ready to because I knew there was going to be a question at the end. In my head, I was going,
focus.
like you were going to go,
focus.
if John has
missed
3
it.
apples.
We missed all the
That
keywords.
was just the
I was
setup
like-
and then the question was coming.
I was like, the dad's a playwright. That's all I got. Not gonna lie.
I'm trying.
Nobody listened.
I fully was like, what do you think?
At the end, you go, what happened next? And Rachel goes, you wrote a play.
Oh god.
Right, so
I
listen
think
again.
for it to be
Just give us
embarrassing.
the key points.
I gave.
Oh,
We did it. We
Made her cry again.
Sorry.
So for it to be embarrassing rather than just like bad in that situation, you would have to send something to them
Yeah.
accidentally.
Yeah, she's fucking that. You still don't know what we're talking about because you weren't listening.
Project officer, what? Like, what is it?
Right. He interviewed for an
Some people have
assistant.
jobs.
He interviewed for like an assistant.
Okay.
And then for some reason, the BBC decided to ignore employment law
Okay.
and went straight to him and said, oh, we're hiring for something like that similar. Was there anybody you would recommend?
Did he accidentally recommend
Don't
himself?
try again.
We'll just leave a B for this.
No, I just don't understand. How are you meant to guess?
I know what you mean.
Not understanding how guessing works.
I've also-
I'm like, I don't know, tell us.
Made fun of Teresa that we might not know how stories work, but Rachel doesn't know how guessing works.
How games work.
I'm like, tell me immediately. This tomfoolery.
She doesn't have time for this. She's got to go home and
Finish the
Oh,
story.
It's too early. It's too early to be
it's not
guessing.
too early. What is the answer?
I think you would either have to.
like
Did he
co-teacher
accidentally send
Oh,
his own
God.
details to them, like he was recommending himself,
Himself.
for the job?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's I'll go with that
Or
too.
picture of his dick.
Yeah.
Those are the only two things that
This
come
is
to
what I
mind.
Oh.
recommend.
Yeah.
That's funnier than the answer.
Sorry.
Let's just get this over with. So he's
Wait, do you need me to?
Hold me.
hold it.
Hold
That's
me.
exactly what needs to happen.
like-
Cynthia Arrival her.
Concentrate.
Hold it in space.
Okay.
Oh,
He
God.
sent the BBC a list saying these 2 at the top are good and the rest are a complete waste of time. This was when email was still a relatively new thing, and he actually sent the email to every single one of the people on the list. There were about 20 applications, and he sent it to them all.
Shit.
Can you imagine?
Nice.
They are a complete waste of time. That's great.
That's good. You should have just kept going and
I
just
feel
told us
like
straight away.
I should have started the story.
No, that is great. That is real. I feel like it's. I don't know, so I can say I did work within the BBC for a time, and let me tell you, there is not a person in that organisation that knows you can just reply and not reply all.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know. Oh, it
Amount
happens everywhere.
of
it's
issues
grim.
caused, and people sending back like, "Well, I don't know why she's saying this." That kind of thing.
Yeah, you're like,
To everyone.
Like,
I know. It happens. But you know what I find even more annoying? An email that goes out to the entire organisation and the people who reply all, thanks.
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 we'll
like,
keep in
Will
mind.
do.
Thanks for this.
Will do. I was
Really
like, oh,
appreciate
good.
it.
I'm glad Gladys at the
Yeah.
front
Then
desk.
someone replies saying, "Can I be taken out of this chain, please?" It's like, no, it's not a WhatsApp group.
Yeah,
And then someone else going, "Yes, can I be removed, please?
Yeah.
I'm getting too many emails." And then everyone
Yeah.
replies to
It's just
that.
chaos.
I remember in my old company, there's a firm-wide email went out, and a guy replied to it, but he replied to hundreds of people
no.
in the company, just being like, "Oh, won't make it. Apologies. Take me off the list." And then started describing all of his physical symptoms of illness.
Oh, Jesus.
Fully being food poisoning, this, blah 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 blah. Sent it to everybody.
Oh, no.
And I was just like, oh my God, I'm not easily embarrassed. I would just end it all.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
it wasn't even that scandalous. It was just he told 300
So
people
personal.
at
Oh,
once.
God.
I
Yeah.
was like, oh God.
Yeah.
Do you know what would be not just embarrassing about them knowing your medical details? I think I would want people, you would need people to know that it was an accident as well, because they might think that you just
Follow
think
up
that's
again.
it's always like
Yeah.
So you'd
I
have
know
to
that
follow
wasn't
up.
normal. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I don't think that's
I
a thing
didn't mean
people
to do that. Yeah.
I really want to know. I really want to know if anyone got back to them after this as well, because I feel like if I was on that chain, I would find it hilarious.
Yeah.
And would want, I don't know. Could you leverage that into a job?
Yeah.
You probably could, if you were smart about it, you could probably then,
Yeah.
you'd be like,
Horrifying.
go back to the playwright, whose name I shall not. It's not even necessarily someone in Northern Ireland. It's wider than that. It's Northern Ireland.
It's cryptic. It's actually
Cryptic.
it's actually
So
wider than
grim.
Northern Ireland.
It's
And
wider
you were like,
than that.
anyway, crazy.
It's wider than that, okay?
Is there any other ones?
No.
Got the prep for this
not doing
podcast.
this anymore. Meticulous
The meticulous research is right. Oh God, that's so good.
No, there were some others, but I
Oh.
don't think it's going to work with this group. No, only joking.
Yes, no one's
Doesn't
playing.
understand.
So that's
No,
fine.
no. I do need more. So please, if you would like to submit some anonymously,
Please. Well,
Yeah.
do you remember last time I
I
said
thought you were
to you?
leaving. You were
I
like,
said-
and you're
well,
like, enough,
it's been nice.
enough.
No, do
Yeah.
you remember I said to you last time the problem with my problem being a guest on this is
My
my
problem
problem
with
is
being here.
all my embarrassing stories are very sad or grim.
Yeah.
They're not like hee hee.
Yeah.
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 But
Well,
I think
yeah.
the only one because I really racked my brains afterwards like. God,
For
Teresa's
more?
so good. Teresa's so successful at falling over. I wish I could.
I should be able to
We're
like her.
trying to fall over
Yeah.
No,
more.
I was trying to think of falling over stories because I actually did go through a phase as a teenager where I fell over constantly.
did
and I think that's why I walk so carefully now. And I'm
Yes,
so careful.
in your
Don't walk
flat
with my
shoes.
hands.
Yeah.
In my sensible trainers. But there was a time I
Dimples.
fell up the stairs
Oh.
going into a job interview.
Oh no.
So it was like a call center type job where they're up on the fourth floor, wherever, and we were going up the stairs. And I was walking behind the guy because he was showing me where to go, and I fell. On the stairs and cut my knee. I was wearing a skirt and tights, and it makes a little hole in your tights.
Oh
that's just
God.
blood.
Yeah.
But he kind of turned round after I'd got back up and went, "Are you okay?" And I was just sort of a bit on the floor, and I went, "Yeah." I don't know why I didn't just say, "Oh yeah, I fell over." I went, "Oh yeah, I'm fine." And then tried to hide it. So to him, it looked like I'd just done a weird curtsy on the stairs. And then also
Don't look at
spent the entire job interview with my hand planted over,
Over what
and getting
happened?
towards the end of it going, "Oh,
There's the blood.
Blood coming
is
through your
Oh,
fingers.
blood comes
Jesus.
Oh,
fuck, we need to wrap this
my
up
God.
soon." Because I'm like,
Yeah.
Again, it's not the thing that's embarrassing. It's the fact that I seem to think that's a
Once
normal
you
thing to do.
yeah.
I want to go yes, no, I don't know why I didn't say anything.
Have you
I just wanted to have a little handful of blood. For the entire
actually just
thing,
for me?
like-
That's a snack for later.
God.
Have you said any?
I really want this job.
throwing blood at
Yeah.
them.
This
Come
is
on.
my
I'm
blood
willing to do
sacrifice.
for you.
Have you had any bad job interview experiences?
Yes.
Who wants to go first?
Only.
Okay. I'll
Oh
go
no.
first. Okay.
Please tell
fine.
us. Please tell us.
I don't want to name the company. I'm never
No.
going to work for them ever,
Okay.
but I probably shouldn't mention them.
Okay.
But it was a large supermarket.
Right.
Okay. And it was recently, going for
Oh.
it was a, the office job kind
Yeah.
of in there. I'm going to try to be as vague as possible. And I had a Zoom interview with it. And when I was it was so hostile from the second I logged on, they were just there's two of them. And the first question
Oh
was,
God.
so obviously I'm living in Dublin and I had a northern number on my application.
Yeah.
And it's obviously .co.uk and it's a northern, it's a North of Ireland number. And he was like, "Where are you living?"
Uh-huh.
And I went, "Dublin." And he was like, "Okay, why is your email .co.uk and why is your number a northern number?" And I
Uh-huh.
went, "Just never change the email or the number."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Okay," he's like, "if you are planning to drive from the north to Dublin every day for this job. You have to understand the cross-border tax implications of that. And I was like, sir, I'm a chartered accountant. I know about cross-border tax implications, okay? I live in Dublin.
Yeah.
I live here.
Yeah.
And this went on and on. He was so hostile the whole way through.
God.
He basically was like, by the way, not many people last in this job. Like
Clearly, because of you, mate.
he was going for it.
What job would be good enough that someone would be willing to drive to Dublin and back every day for it and live
Yeah.
like a secret double life?
Yeah.
Pay all the
like-
extra tax.
The whole like
Gee, they
he was,
think I live
he was asking me questions that like were I think there was an internal candidate that they were obviously going to go
Yeah.
for, and he was asking me questions about like how would you like cut, what would be your priority when like cutting budgets in this area of the business, and I was like, oh, fuck if I know how to work here.
Yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, that's such a like it is such a specific question.
How do I
Set up
take
the-
my
Get rid of
tea
jams.
in the
Yeah.
morning? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Louise in finance can go straight away. And I was like, what the fuck? And then obviously didn't get the job because it was awful. And then I went back. I got my current job in the meantime. That's when I actually wanted more. So I was like, it's fine. But then I never heard back from them, and just I was feeling, fucking, just one day. And I was like, I'm actually going to email them and be like, hi, just waiting to hear back on this application. Because
Yeah.
they didn't even have the courtesy to like send
This
a
sounds
rejection.
horrific.
So within about 13 minutes, got the boilerplate. Like, unfortunately, you've been unsuccessful at this time. They're like, we'd love your feedback, and I was like, don't mind if I fucking do. And I wrote an essay in the feedback, and I
Yeah.
was like,
Good for
like
you.
noted all of like the weird things that they said about like about where I was living, and like just like he was so hostile
Yeah.
the whole way through the interview. And
You wrote a
then
little burn book.
yeah.
Fugly.
He's a
Fugly
fugly.
slut. Yeah, literally. And then at the end, I said, like, this is not a process that I would recommend to anyone or repeat ever. Good luck to the successful candidate. I was like, bye bye.
Good for you.
And when I submitted it, obviously they ignored me for like a month, after the interview. Within 24 hours, 2 people from the company had viewed my LinkedIn profile.
Wow.
So they obviously instantly were like, who the
You were the
fuck
talk
is
of the
this
town.
bitch?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like, I'm burning this bridge forever with this company. But I was
Yeah.
like, I never
But you don't want to work
ever
for them.
want to interview this again. I
No.
was like, fuck that.
I
Crazy.
wonder, did the person who got it, are they still there?
Yes, probably sacrificed by now. Like it seems to be like
Awful.
Yeah, it was really bad interview. And I'm good at interviews, and I was like, this is a sinking ship. I was like, I can't save this.
Yeah.
Like it was awful.
Do you feel like
So-
you have to have, as being the people we are, do you feel like you have to go into every job interview with a little joke?
No, you see, this is the
A little
mistake
joke
I
ready,
made.
And you go,
Yeah,
I made. That's
Your
the
little
mistake
joke.
I
That's
made
what I
at the
did.
start of my career. So
Yeah.
I used to. This is why I was not getting jobs, because I was sort of like, my approach was, wouldn't they love to have me in the staff room? Wouldn't they love it? Never mind. Can I do this job? That's not relevant.
it would be your pleasure.
Yes,
to work here.
we are going to have so much fun
Yeah.
after work. So, and I did have I had an interview. It was for a charity. This was about 15 years ago. And I was really gutted actually, because I thought I came out of the interview and I think my mum had said to me, like, how'd it go? And I was like, well, I mean, they were wiping the tears away. Like they were roaring with laughter whenever I left. It went really well. I think they'll ask me back, for another, might get a headline
Good.
next
I
time.
did okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got that in the feedback. They were like, she seemed lovely
Yeah.
and very pleasant demeanor, but didn't answer any of the questions. And I was like, what was I saying?
Yeah.
So like,
You were just doing your club
I
time.
was
Yeah,
just, I've got
Tight 10.
cankles
Give it a
now.
tight 10. Yeah.
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 But no, you have to be really.
Yeah.
You can't be funny in an interview. It's not.
You can.
No.
Can you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Get the rapport up.
Because I interview people now as well. I'm on the other side. Of
We know,
the
we know.
desk. No, not that.
I know.
And if
Weirdness,
somebody,
weirdness asked.
I remember interviewing somebody once who, and God love him, and he didn't have to, but he came into the interview and he had this massive black eye, right? And so we sat down and we were all like, hello, yes, how? And we weren't going to ask, right? But
But you'd
I was
expect
kind of
that
like,
he
I
would
was
address it.
waiting
Yeah.
for, oh, sorry about this. I was playing football or whatever. He never once mentioned it. And it's all I could think about for the entire interview. I was just like, and the next question, is that light in your eyes? I was
Yeah.
trying to like give him opportunities to kind of, are
Yeah.
you comfortable? Do you need anything? Like, yeah, no, go ahead.
Do you need
And he
anything?
just,
Oh, your eye?
do you need
Your big
eyes?
eyes?
Like your eye.
Stuff
Oh,
like
eye?
that. I'd be like, just say something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, the worst, I've already told this story before. The worst interview I had was where I had put a little white lie on my application form that didn't matter. And it said I'd play golf. This was for a
Yes,
teaching job.
yeah. I've seen the podcast.
And they
before.
called me out. I just wrote that I played golf.
Why?
I have no idea, Sarah.
I
I love the story.
I needed to sound like I was trying so hard
Adventurous.
to sound like I was a well-rounded individual,
You're like, oh, which I am not.
which I'm
So-
not. Of course I'm not.
Because
And
people
I,
who play golf are famously
Yeah.
well-rounded people.
really, salt of the earth.
Yeah.
No,
real-
I.
real polo neck white old man. Yeah,
Do you know what? I know that was weird. I am a fencer. I do fencing. No, I'm very relatable. No, I
Did
had
you use the fence?
no.
Okay. I was like, what?
Totally see
Who
it.
you
now.
think I am?
I did try fencing in university. Crazy.
Oh.
Before Wednesday Adams made it a whole thing. It's really difficult.
Yeah.
It's really difficult.
I've never met anyone who's actually done it.
Yeah, I was very like, I love a club, love a society, love a hobby. So I like, did all like the taster sessions of all the stuff in Queens. Like,
Oh, right,
everything. But
I
yeah,
like them in a
not everything.
taster session of fencing, just like,
Just,
I'll do
whoa.
it.
It's really like the cardio needed for fencing is insane.
Yeah. Well, you're
Yeah.
kind of in a crouch for a lot of that. You're kind of doing a bit
And
of
you're
squat,
moving
like, a lot
so
of the time.
fast. It's like it's kind of like in tennis. When you're like really, you're jolting side to side.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of energy.
knees.
Fencing's kind of the same.
What
But
what
my
do you
dad
call
was like,
that?
"Don't do it."
What do you call that? 90s Lindsay Lohan film where she's like her own
Parent Trap.
twin. Parent Trap.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I wanted to do fencing after I
Because
saw
of
the
that?
Parent
It
Trap.
made it look
Yeah.
very cool. Well, because they did
Yeah.
they
It
did
is cool.
parkour with it, like
Parkour.
they're going
Oh,
all around
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
place. Yeah.
I
I
was
don't
like,
think that's the
that's me.
traditional.
Yeah.
It's really exciting to watch in the Olympics as well. They're like whippets. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. It was just like you had to wear so much kit though. You had to wear a breastplate and everything because of these titties. So you had to like cover everything.
Just you.
yeah, just me.
Yeah,
No one else.
because of these
'Cause of
titties.
those
They were like, we're not
specific titties.
damaging them.
It was
Everybody
like-
else's.
So you had to like be covered. You had to have your face covered with that netted beehive thing.
Yeah.
And it was just it was a lot of kit. And
Yeah.
I was like, that looks like it. So yeah, it was good though. Good crack.
How do we get on? Oh, yeah. You were
Sorry,
doing a job interview.
Sorry, I just totally took over and talked about my
she
fencing
was
career.
so excited
Sorry.
we weren't talking about
Yeah.
weddings. She was like, right, fencing. I'm
I was
on.
like, I think fencing.
I'm on.
yeah,
Golf.
golf.
I had started taking Peter, my little brother, to the driving range.
Mm.
Now, Peter is legally blind.
Is it? That's a
know
joke,
that.
apparently.
It's not funny. Peter, I'm sorry. Peter is blind. And I was taking him to the golf driving range, which he was loving.
Yeah, I mean, driving range is the best. Like, you
Yeah.
need to see to enjoy that.
Exactly. So, yeah, anyway, I feel like a real dick now. But anyway, that's what I was doing with Peter. And I loved it as well. And I was writing this application form and I was like, I have to think of something. I didn't, but I thought I had to think of something to make myself sound sporty. So I put that I played golf. Anyway,
It's all very self-inflicted. Everything that happened here.
there was no need. There was no
Treating
need.
job applications like a
Yeah.
French oral exam. Like, yes, I enjoy the golf.
Yeah, tennis, football.
I love surfing the net.
Yes, surfing the net. I love surfing the
I
net.
love reading and walking
Yeah.
and breathing. Those are my hobbies.
I spend time with my friends.
Yes, spend time
yeah.
with my friends.
Oh,
Surfing the
God.
net.
Surfing the net.
On the World Wide Web. So anyway, at the very end of the interview was over and the principal said to me as I stood up, "Oh, I see you're a golfer. What's your handicap?" And I don't even know how to lie about it. So I was just like, 3 or 2 maybe.
Which is mental.
And they were like, "What?" And I went,
6,
10,
9,
100.
But then
don't pass.
it all came, I'm just totally repeating myself.
Yeah.
It came tumbling out. I stood at the front of this panel just going, I made that up. I'm so sorry. I just really wanted to impress you. And, blah, blah, blah.
Jesus.
And I just told them the whole thing. And they were just like, all right, thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Like, enough.
So,
I
yeah.
really enjoyed that story. We've just made like so much of this podcast on news about
Yes.
making you
I've
tell the
already
story.
done
Yeah,
that. Well, no,
like-
not everybody listens to every episode. It's
Yeah.
fine.
True.
I'll repeat.
I mean,
we can just do.
anything's better than the wedding talk. So, like, I'm happy enough. Like, anything. Like,
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want to talk about driving?
Do you want to talk about fencing
Yes, I
again?
do.
That very relatable sport that we're
and
all
everyone plays
involved
and everyone
in.
follows.
Polo,
yeah.
polo
yeah.
team.
Yeah.
The
It does.
driving
It's
things,
quite
yeah.
sort of upper class type sport, is it?
Fencing?
Not fencing.
Yeah, I mean, I only did it for like a little while. I wasn't like,
Yeah.
I wasn't.
No, I'm
locked
not
in,
judging.
you
I'm
know?
just saying you don't hear of it
I
often.
used to row though, so that's a real that's the proper
How
sport.
posh are you, Rachel?
I just liked sports in uni. I did a lot of sports.
You just wanted to
A lot of
judge.
stuff.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
what were you actually good at?
Well, I've always played tennis, always since I was like a child. I still do.
Very
And then
good.
it does. They all. I like horses as well. This
You
is
like
bad.
what?
I'm not sounding good here. Like I like horses and stuff as well.
Horses,
so, like, yeah.
tennis, fencing.
And rowing. It's not good, is it?
We're learning a
It's
lot.
not
How do
good.
I know
like,
her?
but I'm still so relatable. You know?
Oh yeah.
I was quite sporty as a kid, and I think it was just once you got to an age where people were like weird about whether you were good at it or not. I liked it when it was fun, and then people got weird
Yeah.
about being good. But I
Yeah.
played on a little 5-a-side football team for quite a while when I was young, and then we had a match where I was in goal. Don't laugh at me for saying wrong words about football, by the way. I was in goal, and it was the bit where the goalie has to kick it, and I did like a full
go kick. Woo.
I did like a full like run up and did like a cartoon level slip, like on like as though on a banana peel.
Yes,
like in the air, and like fell and like really hurt my back really badly, and then I was like, it's not for me.
Yeah.
But you know, at the time, like when you're small and you go, is this going to be on the news?
Yeah.
I was young. I was young
most
enough.
embarrassing that's ever
I
happened
was
to
young enough
anyone.
that I was genuinely worried about the press. Like I got hit by a car. I got hit by a car when I was young, and when I was I can remember being like just hit my ankle. My shoes were so ugly and thick that it actually protected my whole foot.
I thought you were going to say that the driver saw them and ran at you.
No, the doctor actually said if I'd been wearing less sensible shoes, my foot would have been destroyed.
And there's the core belief about the sensible shoes.
I can really distinctly remember being in the hospital like in the evening and being like, camera's going to be.
Yeah.
But I thought everyone who went to hospital was on the news.
Oh, bless.
I was really ready for like OK magazine.
Yeah.
But my big football disaster. Like,
is this the end of Sarah's career?
It was, sadly. It was.
I remember my sister telling me about a time she got knocked over. It was like in school in PE, they were playing hockey. And she got knocked. That sounds quite up sort of rah-rah.
I know.
I'm
I'm getting shit on and there's hockey
well,
on her book.
we weren't allowed to do football. We had to do hockey and netball. That was the only thing. I hated it all.
Was
but
there
anyway,
was there any ga? No.
No.
Okay, no ga for you.
No
ga for you.
And I'm staying quietly in the corner here, like,
You're like,
yeah, and I'm like, I went to an elite private school.
Yeah.
None of them know because I didn't do the wanky sports.
Meanwhile,
I was snooking.
Yeah, like
no. My sister was playing hockey and got knocked over so she fell on the pitch and she was so embarrassed, like because her PE skirt went up, but she fell down and they stopped the match and she sat up, pulled down her skirt, and went down.
Nice, pure acceptance. Sorry. Oh, by the way, like girls having to wear skirts for PE is absolutely like crazy.
Or worse,
the big
knickers.
under.
Do you know what are
perverts?
If you forgot your skirt in our school, they made you do PE just in the pants.
That's abuse.
It's not.
That's not.
I hated PE so much.
Sexy.
Yeah.
Well, also the heels helped, you know. It's just the pants.
Because we played GA and stuff, like, we were always like pushed to do like camogie and stuff. Me and my sister hated it. Like you just have certain sports that you're just like, I like that, you know.
Yes.
I used to be at 5:30 in the morning on the lagoon in a boat rowing.
Oh my God.
5:30. What was I doing? Why wasn't I just getting drunk? Like
but rowers do not. They are big drinkers.
I literally like do you ever, this is okay, the body chat is starting. We've covered weddings, hair, we're doing body image as well. Like I look back on those photos and like I was like, I mean ripped. Like I was training 5 days a week. Wow. I had abs. Can you imagine? If you can imagine, I had abs at that point. And then I thought I was huge. Like I thought I was massive.
Yeah.
And now I look back, I'm like, I was like
awful.
A stick.
It's crazy when you look back at pictures.
Yeah.
And obviously
like,
also you're just like kind to yourself when you're younger. Like, you're so beautiful.
Yeah.
But the years before I like completely cut sport out of my life. And the pictures that you look at pictures of like when you in cycling shorts when at the time you were like, so embarrassed to be in cycling shorts and you're like, oh my God.
And now I'm like
Bella Hadid. Like, hello.
My name is Bella Hadid.
So you were at an elite private school, Sarah?
Yeah, we just skipped over that. Let's go back there.
Yeah, that's right. You kept that to yourself.
Yeah.
But were you the cool girl?
I don't. It's the last time I achieved something. I tell you this.
But were you a bit of a cool girl?
I was. Yeah. It was. Do you know? It was I was on a scholarship. By the way, I feel like I should say that just to protect my.
That's all right.
Salt of the earth. One of the.
Never beaten the allegations.
Your street cred.
My street cred. Fair. Yes, no, it was. Do you know what? It was the kind of school where being smart was actually very cool.
Okay, yeah.
So no, there wasn't sort of. I think you just didn't really have the same divisions that I hear about in school. Like it was a very idyllic little place.
Was it all girls?
Yeah.
You see, that's my idea of hell. I think,
but
that's good.
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was wonderful.
Was it all girls?
Yep.
I went to an all girls convent school. There were nuns in our school. Oh. I did me well, didn't it?
There were nuns in the school. They were just in the school.
They lived there.
Was it a Jump Street situation?
It was. Undercover nuns, yeah.
No, go undercover as kids. No. Nun's going to play that. Nun's going to play that.
No one will suspect the nuns.
Not how this works.
Yeah. It's funny because you're pushed so much one way to be like, like sex is bad. If you have sex, you'll die. That kind of thing.
Yes.
And then like, well, look at me now talking about sucking dick and cock on stage. And it's like that didn't help.
That's
didn't
for you,
help.
Sister Eugenie.
I was like, that pushed me further away, if anything else.
Yeah.
And I think it actually did produce like a cohort of like the most left-wing rebellious kind of women because they were like, fuck this. Like for 7 years straight. So I was like, yeah. I'm very pro all girls schools though.
Oh, yeah.
I would not have liked to have gone to a mixed school. Do you feel the same?
I was very glad I went to an all-girls
it's a very
school.
safe, like female sort of space.
I suppose. Do you know when I
Everyone
said
was so funny and outspoken and things because
there was
didn't.
no men.
There was
You
no
weren't
one to make yourself
self-conscious in
feel
the same way?
self-conscious, and it was like
Yeah,
all the
totally.
girls filled all the roles in a class that would normally be taken by boys. And
See, the
things,
same thing happens in an all boys school, actually.
Yeah, but they.
But when I said
they like to fester.
when I said it sounds like hell, I meant as a teacher. I didn't like teaching all girls only because I just felt lesser.
You were jealous.
I was jealous of them. I was all like,
You're like,
You're like,
what are we
"What?"
talking about?
Yeah.
trying to be
Hey.
I'm like one of the cool teachers.
I saw you guys all hanging out break time and you didn't text me. That's fine. Just next
okay.
time.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Yeah, I was being bullied.
Yeah. fair.
I like teaching all boys. I don't know why, but no, that you've made that sound very nice. I hate my school days when I think about it now.
I think
Yeah, it was good.
I was raised Catholic when I was young, and then it wasn't particularly religious when I was older. But it was a fairly sort of sex positive environment. That wasn't
God,
like
no.
telling you to, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I feel like the message I was getting was kind of like, "Go on, have some fun."
No,
But
I
I was
know
like,
that
"I'm
totally
trying.
wasn't my school.
I'm fucking trying."
Yeah.
There's no boys here.
Nobody will touch.
we would have RE classes and stuff and I remember like vividly like our teacher being like telling us that IVF is not God's will and stuff. Like it's really bad, proper hardline Catholic stuff. Yeah.
That isn't. I know that is an actual. That's
But
part of your
also,
teaching.
why were
But
they-
why were they
why were
telling
they
like
telling kids?
13-year-old kids?
If any of you would think you're getting IVF in your summer holiday, I know what you do. In your summer holidays, one of you goes and gets IVF, and then you all come back in the summer
exactly.
with your little sin babe.
Like, yeah, he was probably going down the line of like, and who do you think deserves a baby? Like, it was go down that
Oh,
route, and then
God.
he was like talking about God's will and stuff, and how it's
Yeah.
not. And I was like, this is awful.
Yeah.
This is bad.
Yeah.
Even as a 13-year-old, I was like, this isn't good, is it? It's not good.
I love how
Yeah.
they were just brushing over things like teenage
yeah.
pregnancy and stuff that might
Not
actually.
consent. There was nothing talk about like
Consent.
protection.
Never
nothing
mind
at
that.
all. It was just like, hey, don't
Hey.
do it.
Yeah, if you happen to have
Hey,
a spare
hey.
20 grand,
Don't do it.
yeah, and you decide to spend that
It's like, hey,
on
hey.
one round of IVF.
Yes. And there was a girl in the class who was an IVF baby.
Yeah.
And she was listening to this being like, well, fuck me down.
What am I? What am I, the
What
soul
am I,
of the
what am
devil?
I, Mirage? Like, yeah, crazy.
I'm really
Crazy.
obsessed.
You're what?
She was sitting there like, okay. She's
I'm
just,
really obsessed with the idea of this.
he was a
Thinking all
fucking
the
weirdo.
kids need to know to not get
Get IVF.
Crazy.
It's like we're in a national teen IVF
Yeah.
Yes.
crisis.
Also,
Society.
HRT will give you cancer.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
something like that. Where you're like,
Yeah.
what?
Crazy.
What were you
Mine's
saying?
was like very confusing because I went to an Irish speaking secular hippy dippy
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
school where it was like actively encouraged not to be religious.
Yep.
Oh,
And
really?
it was like, yeah,
Yeah.
see if you were one of the kids who wasn't doing like your communion or confirmation or
Yeah.
whatever, you got to play on the computers.
Nice.
Were they like helping you set up your dating profile?
Yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah.
be popular.
Yeah.
And then I went to Christian Brothers
Yeah.
grammar school after that, where
Very
it was
different.
like, don't sin, you know? And
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
like, so it was like, what the fuck? I don't
One
know what to
extreme to
believe
the
here.
other.
Yeah.
Someone just tell me if I can get IVF or not.
I don't know if it's God's will.
It's God's will. It's not God's will.
Oh, it's crazy.
And he was so clearly like the closet was glass, like this man. He's a gay man, and he was like preaching about this stuff. It was insane.
It is insane.
Like
And
really.
we'll
crazy.
talk about it so much.
Cut that because that's not really.
Yeah.
That sounded like you were angry that it was.
No, just like the hypocrisy.
And here's the kicker.
And
He was a
he was
gay
gay
man.
Yeah. What do you think of that? I know. I was like scum.
Allowed in our
ultimate sin.
schools.
It's like that's not God's will.
Oh my
Crazy.
goodness me. Well, we're going to finish there because I
Great.
think we've been talking.
Great
I
note.
think we'll finish
I think we're done. I think we're done.
before we
I
say
think we'll
goodbye to
sit
Rachel
and think
forever. No, thank you both so much. This again has been lunacy.
Yeah.
We've got you cried.
Yeah, again. Sorry.
I disclosed some things, and
I accused someone of being gay. It was a whole thing.
yeah, it was a thing.
Yeah.
But
We're all gonna have a big think on the way home.
And we'll think about what are the right conditions for us to record a podcast. It can't be too hot and it can't be too early.
It's too can't be too cold. I'm cold now.
So
I'm just like,
we'll try again maybe and see if
Yeah.
we can just get it.
I
just right.
didn't mean what I said about the fat brides. That was a joke.
Oh God, I'd forgotten about that already.
No, I'm just,
I am a fat bride. I can
Yeah.
say what I want about.
like,
Fuck you, fat brides.
crazy.
Okay, thank you so much. See you soon.